That's free. He said that's tax. Paper on paper, stamping the facts. They hit the dots, he hits the math. Border to border, he's drawing the graphs. They want a shortcut, skip the price. He's at the podium rolling the dice. You hear him laughing, pointing and saying, this is the deal, to pack up and pray. Man, they don't want to pay the tariff. They say they can't pay the tariff. No, Donald stepping up like Oprah in the aisle, pointing at the crowd with that big TV smile. You get a tariff, you get a tariff. Everybody gets a tariff to carry. You get a tariff. Sign up, numbers getting scary. Oh, that filming. He loved the stage, names on a card. He turns the page, thought it was cheap. Read the fine print, every last box, come on in and eat. He says, deal or leave it. Jason went, then can't shut your pockets. Had as a day, they wanted a bargain and got a pill instead. Yeah, they chase a discount, he's 2 steps ahead. They don't want to pay the tariff. They say they can't pay the tariff. Oh yes, Donald in the spotlight, handing out the prompts. Every single payout, fully inflated cost. Oh, you get a tariff, you get a tariff. Everybody gets a tariff to carry. You get a tariff. Laugh now, pay later. That's the new vocabulary. You get a tariff. Everybody gets a tariff to carry. You get a tariff. Now pay later. That's the new vocabulary.
Hello, I'm back. Anyway, my first baby show tonight. I had no clue I was going to do it, but I'm back. So we're going to talk about some stuff. Hey, everything I told you, look at all my videos. It's happening. I told you you're going to pay $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 a pound for chopped meat. Look, you're paying it. And it ain't over. This is just the beginning. We're all getting hustled. Just so you know.
You're paying for your chopped meat.
And they're talking about inflation's going down. What's going down? Nothing's going down. Only thing going down is my pocket with no money in it. So anyway, how's everybody been out there? All righty. So let's see who we got here tonight. So far, we got Mimsy Mims, Asfaron, Heavy the Crown, and Christian. All righty. So we'll talk about whatever. Doesn't matter. All I can tell you is pay attention to the movie that we're watching, because even though I'm a Trump guy, it doesn't matter because he's in the game. Nobody's going to jail. As you notice, who's going to jail? Nobody. Nobody's going to jail.
They're all in on it.
Fauci, all of them. I mean, you name it. They should all be in jail. But nobody's going to jail. So what does that show you? The FBI is doing nothing. They're rounding up some criminals with ICE and making us feel like they're doing something. Well, they let all them people in. There's a lot more to catch. But, you know, look at what's going on in Minnesota. Anybody see what's going on in Minnesota? With Somalia? They should call it not Minnesota, Somalia soda. What do you think, Mike?
I think that they're all in on it and nobody's going to jail. That's what I think.
We're being entertained. You know? All right. So Trump's going to change some stuff for the better because, I mean, let's face reality. There's only so much we were going to take. I mean, how much more were they going to do to us with Biden? And Mike, close your mic when you're talking.
Oh, shit.
You sound like you're dying.
This is a good bong hit.
Yeah, well, you got to shut the mic off so I don't have to hear you. But because you interrupted me now, see? Yeah, but like even when Biden, Kamala Harris was the vice president. Yeah, border czar. My Ugats border czar. That's what she was. So anyway, we're being hustled. Nobody's going to jail. Nobody's going to jail, and nobody's going to jail. Until I see big people going to jail, then I'll believe. And they're all going to tell you, well, Trump can't do everything. They're blocking him. You make me the president, you see how many people are going to jail. First of all, what's up with this guy, Cash Patel? He ain't doing anything in the FBI. Buongiorno there, whatever his name was. They were both rebels. They were putting everybody in jail. And nobody's going to jail. Because you know why? Because they're running the show, the breakaway civilization. Oh, you people get it? Nobody can go to Antarctica. They're all there. All the elites that are running this planet are over there in Antarctica in some either underground city or beyond Antarctica on a nice piece of land. So you can believe whatever you want. Not a conspiracy theory. There is another civilization. There is so much proof now.
Get your notebooks, get your pipes, get your coffee, because we're going all the way down the rabbit hole. Okay?
Yeah.
We're going all the way down the rabbit hole tonight.
Don't you see that somebody else is pulling the strings? And the rest of these people are puppets? They're just puppets. Puppets. They're all puppets. Even Trump's a puppet. He's just a big puppet.
He's a big puppet.
Big puppet. He's just doing what he wants. You know, he's like, okay, we're going to give them some crumbs. Because if it was Biden, we'd be living in the street. And then we have a revolution. So they don't want the revolution this way. They want to just break our spirit down to the point where we're just slaves in a system that we think we're free.
It's gonna get real deep, ladies and gentlemen. We're just waiting for some more people to funnel in. Then we're gonna get into the content on what the fuck we're even looking at right now. Okay, got a bunch of Nazis doing some mountain climbing in Antarctica. All right, we're gonna figure it out in just a moment.
Well, all I know is they built something over there, or there was already a city of people living there already. They can tell me anything they want. You're not allowed to go to Antarctica. It's too cold.
I think there was already a city there. You know what I'm saying?
I
think
that's probably where the demons are living, like, you know, the fallen angels or something, or aliens. Who knows?
I think we got all of our stories confuddled, and I think there's like truths to all the stories that we have, but the context is missing in a lot of these mythological folklores. And I think they all kind of converge with reality in the conspiracies and shit, because that's what's kind of being hidden from the general public. Because, like, the general public can't know about this shit, or it would make it really hard for them to pull off the shenanigans that they're trying to perpetrate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Even
you can't explain this right here.
You can't even explain the fall of the Roman Empire. I mean... They were a powerhouse, then all of a sudden they fell. They said, oh, the mercenary armies didn't want to fight for them anymore. And they didn't want to fight. It's all bullshit. Something happened. They're hiding everything, hiding all the history, how things happened. I think a lot of this stuff was way long ago, more than what they're telling us. The timeline's all screwed up. But let's forget about the past as much as we want. Right now, if you can't see that we're being controlled, then you're blind, okay? We are being controlled in every asset of life right now. They have gotten it to the point where there's going to be cameras everywhere. AI is taking over everything. You name it, it's happening. People are so beat up, they gave up. They're just going with their life. They're going along with life and just saying, you know what? There's nothing I can do. And that's how we all feel. I'm right. What is, you know, what can we do? But at least I know. So some of you don't know, but you better wake up because we're being played. I'm telling you, I said it a long time ago. I hope I'm wrong. but I hope I'm still wrong. Trump is not what you think he is. And even though I like him, that don't mean he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. I don't know what's up with him. I don't know what's up with his administration. They do a couple of things and they blow it up to make it sound like they're doing everything, even with the inflation numbers that he's bringing out. Where's he getting these numbers? Inflation. He said the other day, this is the greatest economy we ever had. Right now. How? In 2020, food has almost doubled in every aspect. Almost everything is doubled from 2020 to 2026. It's really 5 years. We just hit 2020. In 5 years, everything is doubled. A box of pasta was $1. It's $2. You name it. Chopped meat was $3 a pound. Now it's $6 a pound. I don't know what ain't. Maybe eggs. They stopped. They were like $1.99 a dozen. Now they're $2.99, $3.99 a dozen. They're still almost double. If it ain't 50%, it's 100%. You know, rent is through the roof. Buying a house is through the roof. Buying a car, they're starting to come down a little bit. But they're still super high. A pickup truck, you got to like take a mortgage. $70, $80, $90, $100,000 for a pickup truck. So it's getting crazy, people. Getting crazy. So anybody got any questions, something they want to talk about, put it in the chat. This is going to be open for review of anything you want to talk about.
It's open for review.
I was not prepared to do a show tonight. My son kind of just made me do one. So he said everybody was asking for me. So I said, all right.
The public was asking for Pops. So I told him that he had to do a show.
But nobody is going to jail. Period.
You want to see a video of Trump?
Go ahead. We got nothing else to do.
I mean, what do you know about the breakaway civilization?
I mean, you got all the Somalians in Minnesota robbing the country. They're getting away with it. None of that. Who are they putting in jail? How come that Congress lady there, the Somalian, she ain't in jail yet?
What's Somalian?
I like to know how these people are getting away with all this shit. How is it possible that nobody's going to jail? If me or you do something, anything, don't pay your taxes, we're in jail. Jeez, I don't pay a parking ticket. They want to have me arrested. So, I don't know what's going on, but it's really, it's scary to see how they're controlling everything.
You ready for this one?
Go ahead.
This one's crazy.
Well, what is it?
I'm about to show you.
What is this?
It's Donald Trump getting a Templar honorary degree. 33rd
Is it
degree.
real or is it AI?
Look, it's real. This has been around for a while. Look, they're all throwing up their symbols. This is a big Masonic fucking ritual. And he's got the honorary 33rd degree cape on. I don't know. They wear capes. They're superheroes.
What is that symbol? What does that symbol mean?
It's like the symbol of power or something. So,
Esperanza now. I'm doing good. How you doing?
this is substance separation of the yoni, the symbol of the four great gods from whom all beings emanate. Jewish rabbis raise their hands when something benediction.
When announced, like,
some kind of symbol of power. Just in case they're worried about the boy Trump over here, bro. He's definitely a Mason.
Well, what I can tell you is, don't be deceived. You know.
But there's not a lot.
With the very real prospect of Donald Trump.
There's not a lot out here about Trump being a Mason. It's really hidden. But he's out there. You know?
Because you used the word Christian. Have you ever asked God for forgiveness? That's a tough question. I don't think in terms of, I'm a religious person. Shockingly, because people are so shocked when they find this out, I'm Protestant, I'm Presbyterian, and I go to church and I love God and I love my church. And Norman Vincent Peale, the great Norman Vincent Peale, was my pastor.
Mike, I can't read that, but whatever it says.
So he said who his pastor was, Norman Vincent Peale, and there was a letter of Freemasonry from Norman Vincent Peale. Like the guy who his pastor was a high-ranking Mason and a Shriner, apparently. So his pastor swore a blood oath, right? And fucking basically was a Satanist. Because they're not real Muslims, the Shriners. They're basically Satanists. So what they do is they become quote unquote Muslims, right? So that they could perpetrate sin against Christians, and it's not sin, it's a holy war, right? It's a mind fuck. It's a perversion of Islam that enables Satanism, and it also enables them to feel that they are righteous in doing it. So like they can kill babies, and as long as they're Christians, it's not bad because they consider themselves Muslim. So it's in their mind, they make it into a holy war, but it's really Satanism. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. And that's what the red fez is. It's a blood-stained hat. It's dipped in the blood of Christians. So that's what it's to symbolize. That's what it's all about. Anyway, let's continue. Your mic's off.
Well, I don't think Trump is part of that part.
Well,
he worships Satan, but maybe.
Well, what it's saying is that his pastor, right, is that. So let's
really,
yeah,
wow.
that's the man. That's his pastor. That he said, that's my pastor.
Yeah, so then he is involved with that shit.
Yeah. Look, there's his fucking pastor in the shrine temple in the paper. So the guy who he was saying, like, this is my pastor in that interview, this is that guy. And that guy's a Shriner and a Mason. Okay?
So I guess a wolf in sheep's clothing would be
right now. Christian. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, Frank.
Would say Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, which is this guy right here.
I got
you. Even though we're Christian.
Even though we're Christian.
Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, Frank, would give a sermon. I'm telling you, I still remember his sermons. It was unbelievable. And you could listen to him all day long. When you left the church, you were disappointed that it was over. He was the greatest guy. And then, he passed away, but he was a great... He wrote The Power of Positive Thinking, which is great.
But have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
I don't bring God into that picture. I don't. But in terms of officially, I could say absolutely, and everybody. I don't think in terms of that. I think in terms of let's go on and let's make it right.
The Bible, you talked about it. The Art of the Deal, great book. The Bible, even better. Why is that for you?
Well, there's so many things, like, you take whatever you want to say. There's so many things that you could learn from it. Proverbs, the chapter, never bend to envy. I've had that thing all of my life where people are bending to envy. Proverbs, the chapter, never bend to envy. I've had that thing all of my life. Proverbs, the chapter, never bend to envy.
You went to a Jesuit school.
And Fox is a great supporter of Israel and believes strongly in Israel. That I can tell you. I want to
my Jewish daughter. I have a Jewish daughter. This wasn't in the plan, but I'm very glad it happened. I'm here. I'm not making speeches. I'm just going to say thank you all very much. It's a tremendous honor. We love Israel. We will fight for Israel 100%, 1,000%. It will be there forever. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We will fight for Israel 100%, 1,000%. It will be there forever. It will be there forever. We're actually taking advantage of Israel, if you think about it. Because what we did with that stupid deal.
All right, we got to comment a little, Mike. We can't play the whole video at one time. Are you there?
It's deep. This is deep.
Well, like Mims is saying, MAGA is a rank. So you know MAGA is the highest rank in the satanic cult.
Yeah, the Magus or the MAGA is the highest female rank, like priestess rank in Satanism.
Not priestess.
Yeah. No, Magus is the priest, but MAGA is the priestess.
I think it's the other way around.
No, like the Freemasons, they like to invert everything. Like their god is a hermaphrodite, so like they flip everything around. That's how they do it.
Well, people, you don't have to believe it, but I told you a while ago. You know, I hope Trump is for real, but I haven't seen not one single person go to jail yet.
Well, I'm just saying. After watching just half of this video, how could you not believe he's all in on it?
Right.
Jesuit school, right? Freemason, Shriner, like mentor, pastor that he uses as credit, and openly getting a Templar, 33rd degree cape in a ceremony, right? You're out of the show here, but at the end of the day, when you look at all this evidence in just this little span of tape, I mean, we're gonna have to say he's 100% all in on it. We'll see what else we got here.
Is the worst thing that has probably happened to Israel. I would say maybe potentially the worst thing that's ever happened to Israel. Look around.
For long. Donald Trump.
So there we go. That's basically the end of it.
That's
the end of that.
Up on his feet.
Secret Service. Many thank you.
All right, get rid of
this video.
All right.
But yeah, bro, that's basically what you needed to see.
People, wake up, please. Wake up. Get ready. I don't know what's coming next, but I'll tell you, it's not going to be nice.
I mean, it's all connected also.
I think they're just slow killing us, though. I don't think they're just doing everything in one shot. They're just slow killing. The world population has gone down a lot more than what people think. I think at least 500 million, maybe 1 billion. I don't know why they're doing it, but obviously they got their reason. They want to cut down the population. I guess the AI and all the robotics is coming in, so they don't need this many people anymore. And they're just making it a living hell for all of us, slow killing us in every way, whether it be making women not fertile, turning more and more people into the rainbow. I mean, it just doesn't stop. They don't want children. And that's the way it is. Ounce of silver is at $100 is correct. And when you see silver going up, guess what's happening? Your dollar is going down. Your dollar is getting deflated because of the petrodollar. See, I explained this on one of my shows years ago. Say 10 years ago, Russia had to take dollars for their oil. So people had to use the dollar. So the dollar was globally flooded all over the world. Now, Russia, BRICS, Russia, Brazil, India,
right,
what's the other? And Saudi Arabia now are using their currency to trade. Not all of it, some of it. They're still using some US dollars. Not Russia ain't using any of it. But they're deflating the dollar. Now we got too many dollars coming back to America. So our dollar is not worth shit. Let me tell you, they're holding back. They're fighting to keep silver down, the elites. Okay? Silver, they say, is going to go up to about $300-400 an ounce. So when that happens, your dollar will be worth a quarter. Your dollar right now got deflated at least by 25 to 50%, you know, and it's going to get worse. So, people, I don't know what to tell you. All I can tell you is we're getting fucked. That's the bottom line. I mean, no matter what way you want to look at this, you know.
Well,
you could play that in the background, can't you, Mike?
Yeah, we can play that in the background.
Play something in the background. This black screen's annoying.
It's in the background. We could put it like
there we go.
We could do that.
Take the volume off. Yep. But anybody else out there think we're doing great? I mean, I ain't complaining too much. I'm doing all right. I'm not, struggling or anything like that. But still, it's getting ridiculous. You got to make like $100,000 a year now to just live like a normal person. You used to make $100,000 a year. You used to live real good. Now you just like, poof, you're getting by. I think we're either going to, two ways this is going to go. Either it's going to get uglier and uglier in the way where they're going to control us to debt, or it's going to get to be like very patriotic, like almost like Germany was, though. Nationalism. And we're going to go so far right that that's going to be ridiculous, too. So we're either going left more and more, or we're going to go so far right that it's going to be unbearable. It'll be like martial law. They're getting you used to soldiers being in your streets now. Do you understand what they're doing? Little city by city, they're bringing the National Guard in. Now people are becoming used to having soldiers walk around the streets. It doesn't alarm them. So they do 1 city, 2 cities, 3 cities. Before you know it, every city is going to get hit. They're going to clean up Chicago. They're going to clean up New York. They're going to clean up LA. They're going to clean, and they're going to keep doing this. And they'll be in Dallas, and they'll be everywhere. And then all of a sudden, you may have martial law declared, but it's not going to bother you because you're already used to it. They're making your children become accustomed to seeing soldiers in the street. Okay? Not that we didn't need soldiers to clean up some of these cities, but these cities should have never got to that point. The reason why they did is nobody's going to jail. That should be the top name of this show. Nobody's going to jail. Because that's the truth. So Asperger says hyperinflation is killing everyone. Yep, it definitely is. Definitely hyperinflation to the utmost. I mean, I never seen shit go up so fast. Couple of things have gone down, not even down. They throw a sale. And they're giving you like a sale price, which is the price we were paying 5 years ago, full price. Has anybody seen the price of coffee? Holy shit. You go buy a 10-ounce bag, not even a pound. 10-ounce bag, they want $7, $8, $9, $10 for a 10-ounce bag. Coffee's like about $12 to $15 a pound for a decent coffee. When did coffee ever become that expensive? I guess if I was in a coffee company, I'd be happy. Everything is going through the roof. What's this say? Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are cousins. Yes, that's true. Let me put some of these comments on. Yep. Our dollars suck. See, it's not only me. And MAGA is a rank, Mimsy Mims. Yes, it is.
Mims knows.
Mims knows. So now we say to ourselves, well, what do we do? Well, the only thing I can say is we have to pay attention more to our local elections, the stuff that's close to home, whether it be like the little city council and things like that. And if we can at least get good people in place in the small areas and keep pushing up a little bit at a time, we can block some of this stuff. But you're not going to have a president come in and change the system because they'll just kill him. And is Trump the best we're going to get? Because what do we get after him? Who do we get? J.D. Vance? You ever look at J.D. Vance? He wears mascara. That guy spooks the shit out of me. I don't know what's up with that guy. So, Mike, what else we got on the agenda here? You're in charge of material. So we got these breakaway civilizations. There is definitely something going on. There's another place somewhere that none of us are allowed to go to.
Listen.
And they're pulling all the strings from there.
We had a lot of weird shit going on, okay, during about World War II time, okay? Now, what you had was you had a bunch of people who had no fucking business being in Antarctica going out to Antarctica in the middle of the damn war, okay? Then you got all these expeditions. You got all kinds of unexplained shit. You got fucking Foo Fighters, people reporting these fucking aircrafts that are fucking unstoppable. Fuck. You know what I mean? Basically UFOs. All right. This is like really where UFOs came from. All right. Now, you also got all kinds of weird shit going on with the fucking Nazis into the occult, they're literally claiming that they're getting plans transmitted to them in fucking Sumerian to long-haired witches. That's how they were getting their technology and fucking getting the superior advantage during the war, right? So the shit gets really deep. The plot thickens where they end up going to fucking Antarctica, and the U.S. goes out to Antarctica like at the same time, and they never fight. And there's fucking... They're both sides are losing fucking planes and troops, and they're not even fighting each other, okay? So what you got to understand is some shit went down in Antarctica, and what I think happened, this is my personal beliefs, and this is going to sound crazy as fuck. I'm going to give you the full disclaimer. I believe that there's some kind of beings that are advanced beings. You can call them aliens, you can call them fallen angels, Satan, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm going to call it Satan. I'm going to say it's a devil because Santa.
I'm agreeing.
Santa Claus is the devil, and the devil lives in the North Pole, okay?
Think about it. Been telling us all along.
He's got flying fucking reindeer, okay? He flies around. So listen, he flies and he lives in the North Pole. Listen, this is fucking UFOs, aliens, and the devil is some kind of fucking alien or whatever the fuck that lives in the North Pole. And during World War II, motherfucking Hitler and the Nazis went out there to meet with him because they was communicating through fucking secret fucking occult rituals and shit. And at the same time, you have the American Freemason Satanists also communicating with Satan, and they all had a powwow. And what happened was they actually like combined into one fucking satanic force. And America was allowed to pretend like they won the war, and Hitler and the Nazis actually all came into America and took over, and it was called Operation Paperclip, where the United States government gave like thousands of Nazi top generals and scientists all new identifications and high fucking positions of power in the United States. And these are all these fucking... Anyway, we'll get into it in a moment. All right?
Think about it. They've been telling us all along. Santa, if you add an N, it's Satan, basically, right? Get rid of the N and put it at the end. So, put an N and you got Satan. And where does he live? The North Pole, Antarctica. They've been telling us since we were little children.
The satanic color scheme is red, white, and black, which is the colors of Santa Claus. they took Santa Claus and copy pasted him on top of Jesus's birthday just to fucking add insult to injury. And then they literally made the holiday where he puts presents under a thing that is, the Bible is against even having it. Like in the Bible, it says, don't put a fucking tree in your house and decorate it. And then Santa, fucking Satan Claus over here goes, no. On Jesus' birthday, we're going to fucking decorate a tree, motherfucker. And then if you don't have one, I'm not going to give you no bribes. Like, this is literally the fucking craziness behind the holiday. Anyway, right? Let's not even begin to go into the point, in fact, that Santa is also fucking Saturn, which is Kronos, the god that eats his own children and the god of time. You know what I mean? The same god that is worshipped by the Jews, the Black Cube. I'm just saying. You're muted. You're muted, buddy.
So we got the sources are used by Asuras. What's that? What's the Asuras? Who are they?
Yo.
Another
We're just gonna...
alien.
Listen, man. All right. I don't know about Azoras, all right, but we got, even in Azorans,
Right. Who the hell are
cultures,
Azoras?
he knows about Venemas. I'm sure he knows about Venemas, right? And
He's
so,
just saying.
look, right
Who
now
are
we're
the
trying to focus on the Schnazis. I know it's hard.
Well,
you
they're
do
the
be getting
reptilians. The reptilians.
Look, they do branch into like all kinds of Tibetan, because the Schnazis went on fucking they went on spiritual, like sacred, legendary artifact expeditions. They were hunting for like items of mythical power at one point. They were just going everywhere. Like, you guys got any mythical items over here? And they were just like raiding fucking India and shit for mythical items. They were like, you guys got any legendary hammers or weapons or anything that's like supposed to be magical? I swear they were doing this, Pops. They were scouring the earth looking for like magical items. And
they were looking for the Holy Grail.
No, not just the Holy Grail. They just wanted any magical item. They were like, if it has a magical item, we need it. They were collecting them. Like, because Hitler went crazy. He must have found out that they were real. And so, like, obviously they found a few actual magic items and had to go, like, looking for the rest of them because, like, they knew they were real. They didn't go looking for shit that wasn't real, right? But anyway, you're muted.
Right.
Like, look, at the end of the day, right, the Venemas are the flying saucers, right? And at the same time, even the Hindus, they know about like reptilian Nagas and fucking, they got the technology from the same fucking false fucking gods. You know what I mean? The same Satan and the same fallen angels gave the Indian culture the Venemas at some point. Like, I'll stand by that. You know what I mean?
Well, all I know is we're being played.
We're all being played. Shambhala is essentially where fucking Satan is. You know what I mean?
I think they were going to do the alien invasion, but they stopped it. They
it's
held back.
Like, because, Hitler had the same Aryan symbol that came from the Buddhists. Like, it's the same shit. Like, they stole it, but they didn't steal it. They got it from the same source. So, like, the source, the root of all the Aryans is this fucking being, right, in fucking Antarctica, which is Satan. Like, it's really simple. And that's also where all Western and European Satanism comes from. And that's the motherfucker that's pulling the strings all over the world. You could so to speak, right? When they say they, right, that's who we're referring to now. We've identified it. When we say they, we're not talking about the Rothschilds. We're not talking about the Jews. We're talking about the fucking beings in Antarctica that are controlling the Rothschilds and the Jews like they're puppets. You know what I'm saying? And making us blame other humans while they're just doing whatever the fuck they want. I don't even know. You know what I mean? Experimented on us. You know what I'm saying? If I were to put it behind, like, I don't really think it's Bill Gates who really did all this shit. I think it's whoever the fuck is in Antarctica that makes Bill Gates do it. And he's like a little cuck that runs around and does it for him. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't think
Bill Gates the other day The reporter was following him, trying to ask him questions, and he was just walking around like he was a golem or something. He was like, he wouldn't even talk. He didn't say one word. He just walked around with a smirk. That guy shouldn't even be on this planet.
Who is gonna go and fight, like, or find you if you're in Antarctica? That's what it is. It's the greatest place for a hiding base. If you're the devil, bro, where would you hide, bro? You're gonna hide in Antarctica. No one's there. But there's a reason why we all went there.
There's a movie Fringe, right? And there's a portal like in Antarctica that goes to another planet that's exactly like our planet, except different things happen, but you have a double ganger over there.
Okay, so this is where shit's gonna
go. Germany won the war in that planet. Like,
are you with me?
They're showing you there's some crazy shit in Antarctica.
Yo, there's a lot of truth to what you're saying right now, and we're gonna tie into that, and I'm gonna blow your mind, because the crazy shit is that not only did the Nazis like get imported into America, and not only did they actually win, but in that time there was a breakaway civilization. So they were allowed to leave what I would call the known crater, right? This is what we know as the world, right? It's why they had to create the lie of the globe, so that you didn't know there was more land than there actually is. Because if you think you live on a globe, then you don't look for more land. You think that there's only Antarctica, so you don't go anywhere past it. You're not allowed there, okay? The reason why is because if you go there and you go past it, you realize that the Earth is not what they told us. It's a lot bigger. And then you're like, oh, shit. And not only is it a lot bigger, but there's another fucking civilization that's completely civilized with way higher technology outside of what they told us the Earth is. And we're over here living like fucking cavemen. Now, here's the thing.
Yes.
When our government sees flying saucers and shit, it's not even these fallen angel demons from Antarctica. It's actually these other fucking people who were the Nazis, who continued progressing in some kind of crazy way. And they will be coming back. Okay, there will be another war. They serve Satan, literally, directly. They know who they serve. That's their God. They serve him, no problem. So they're out there just gearing up to just come and fuck the shit out of us for about 100 years of them gearing up, and they'll be back to fuck our lives up. I guarantee it. You know what I mean? So like what, 2040-ish? They'll be back. They went to go recuperate for 100 years to just come and completely wipe this shit out. And their people have just been over here experimenting on us and studying us for the whole time. Like, and we were sold out by our government because we lost the war. We were sold. It was like this. Look, you either get decimated or you sell out, and we do whatever the fuck we want. And that's what they did. They just experimented on us, abused us, exploited us for 100 years while they took all the fucking profit and gain and built themselves into fucking basically aliens. And now we're going to be told that they are aliens. Okay? And this is where the whole world fucking plan comes into play, because don't forget, they work for Satan. So they're not just going to destroy us. They're here to fucking fight us. We're going to have to band together as a world to fight them. Then it's going to force everybody in the crater to worship Satan just like them. And then everybody's going to kumbaya, mark of the beast, and then Jesus comes back and decimates the world. Okay? I don't know. I think that's somewhere along the lines of the plot. Anyway.
I think in 2020, the people running this stuff from the other place had a bet. They went, listen, if we can make these idiots stand 6 feet apart and wear paper masks and make them put stuff in their body that kills them, then we're going to wipe them out. If they refuse and they don't become sheep, will spare their life.
No,
And guess what?
It's all ritual. It's all ritual.
How idiotic is our
They're
population?
they just want to slowly condition mankind into something that's like a creature. You know what I mean? They're creating creatures, like genetically. Like, you gotta understand, the shit they're spraying on us, like, we are a fucking terrarium, right? The shit they feed us, the shit they're spraying on us, we are like fucking lab rats. Like, you gotta understand that my genetics don't make fucking sense compared to like you. And so I have to assume that they modified me in some kind of way. And then, like, they modified probably my kids somehow through the food, the air. Like, this has just been going on. Like, each generation is modified up to a certain fucking point. And, like, you look at the most, like, recent generation, like Gen Alpha, whatever the fuck, like, these kids are just fucked. Like, not my children, but, like, the general Gen Alpha kids are, like, just gone. Like, they can't, they're in, like, fucking, they're 12 years old and shit, and they can't read. You know what I mean? Like, they're fucked. They're so fucked, they're, like, retarded, bro. Like, the whole generation. And I don't think, like, they're saying it's from the fucking iPads and shit. That's all bullshit. Because, look, me and my boys, all right, we grew up on fucking Nintendos and Game Boys, and we grew up on retardation, too. So I don't want to hear it. They did something to these kids, and they did it chemically and, like, through the food in the schools and through the air. They did something to the generations. And I've been studying, like, I study everything. I look at generations and I watch human beings and I watch the government, like, roll out tests. Like, they'll roll out, like, cocaine and see what it does to the population. Like, they do this shit and they just kind of want to see what happens. And, like, they'll roll out meth because, like, they want to make people, like, all crazy and sexual deviants. And, like, they just do all this weird shit that we can't possibly explain. But if you realize that we're actually just an experiment for the Nazis that's been going on for 100 years, it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes total sense. You're muted. You're muted.
So farmers are generally bred animals for the purpose. So what are we being bred for? I think they're breeding us for, like, our blood or something. I think
so
these other people that are on this planet, some of them, I think they're vampires. Right. They got to drink human blood.
All right, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. It's that people, right, all contain, like, a portion of God, right? So God exists inside of, like, all people up to a certain point. So these fucking people, right? Like, essentially Satan wants to get as much of God as he can to agree with him. Like, in a crazy fucking bugged out mind state. Like, that's what it is. It's that, like, he needs to get God. Satan needs to get enough approval of portions of God to agree with him or to bend to his will, right? Like, to submit to him. Like, it's like a crazy mind fuck, because, like, it won't work anyway.
Well, did you ever see Stargate Atlantis? I'm telling you, everything they put in the movies, they give you, like, a clue, a hint. The
Gawu?
No, not the Gawu. Stargate Atlantis, they're like vampires almost from outer space. And they come and they have these ships and they beam you into their ship. And what they do is they rob, like, your life force out of you. They suck it
listen.
right out.
It's like this.
In that Disney movie there with that monster.
It's like this, bro.
That's what they're breeding us for.
If you read biblically, right? If you read biblically, the Nephilim, right, which were the offspring of the fallen and mankind, those hybrid people, they weren't fallen angels, they weren't human. They were the middle, the demigods, the Nephilim, right? Those beings, it says in the Bible, when man couldn't support them no more, they started to devour mankind. And it's like, and they were always into drinking blood, and they were always doing child sacrifice. Why they did this is because I believe that because they were not created by God intentionally, they were corruption of mankind, and something that was divine, like a fucking fallen angel is still a being from heaven, right? Originally, until it corrupts itself. So whatever was created, I believe, can't exist without like consuming blood. And I believe that is where we get vampires from. It's the offspring, the descendants of these hybrids that were created in the fall of the angels. When the angels fell, that's when these things were incepted. And I believe some of them still exist to this very fucking day. You know?
Definitely agree. There's just so many clues that they're giving us. They have to show us. I don't know if that's the rule of the law of, I don't know, karma or God's rule, but they have to show us in a silly way what they're doing to us. Just like
well, a lot of it is programmed helplessness, right? So it's like they need to get you to accept something before it's a reality, so that when it is a reality, you've already accepted it. It's like, if you think you can't win already, when it happens, you don't try to win, right? Mm-hmm. So it's planned helplessness, or it's like, they call it the revelation of the method. It's like the magician has to like show you like how he tricked you after he tricks you in order to like get you. Like it's hard to explain, but what it is along the lines of getting you accepted before it's a reality, so that when it becomes a reality, you do accept it. Essentially, like that's the best, most simplest way I could break down revelation of the method. You know what I mean? It's like predictive programming, right? Like they show it to you, they show it to you, they show it to you, and then it happens. And then like you react the way you saw the script, right? So it's like you see the fucking alien movies your whole life. Now the aliens come, the aliens, right? Because that's what you've been predictively programmed to do. So now they can predict what you're going to do.
I've just, I've always been off like a few years whenever I say something like, I said meat and all that was going to, and it took 4 or 5 years. I think they're definitely going to do an alien invasion. It's just not now. I thought it was going to be coming soon, but it's going to be in like another 4 or 5 years. Like they wait, everything's slow. I almost think they want maybe a generation or two to die off and then do the alien invasion, because we're not going to buy it. And they know that. We're not buying into that bullshit.
So this is what I'm saying. This is why they're breeding, right? Generations of literal retarded people. Like right now, you think NPCs are bad? These are the old operating system NPC. These are like the NPCs running on Windows 95. Now the alpha motherfuckers, these ones are running on Windows 12. It ain't even been released yet. When you see what this shit can do, right? Because these NPCs are going to be so retarded. It's going to be just beyond comprehension. And we are going to be pretty old by then. If not, you'll be probably dead by the time these NPCs are in power. But when they get these NPCs into place, right, they'll do anything. They'll accept anything. They don't give a fuck. These people were raised on skibbity fucking toilet. Like, they'll accept the Mark of the Beast for $5 Taco Bell gift certificate. They don't give a fuck. Okay? They'll literally worship Satan as a meme. Okay? They don't care.
Think about it. My IQ, the average, let's just say in my generation, the average IQ was, I don't know what. If you compare it to the generation now's IQ, it's got to drop quite a bit. I mean, they're not teaching them anything in school anymore.
I had to work, and my wife had to work so fucking hard just to make sure our kids grew up with some semblance of an education. because they had no shot getting it in any public forum, starting at the COVID fucking epidemic era. Like, that was it. Education ended. It went fucking digital, and it never came back. So, like, any kid that grew up in that generation period is fucked. So, like, I'm actually happy my kids didn't go to school. Like, you know what I mean? It's
100%.
definitely, look,
They
it's
learned a lot
really
more.
hard. It's really hard to teach kids, but yo, at the end of the day, the payoff is like, yo, them kids are fucking geniuses.
But what are they teaching them in school now anyway? It's not like,
well,
you
they
send them to
can't
school,
teach
they're
them.
learning.
That's the thing, bro. Like, if you really like look into this, it's a phenomenon. Yo, teachers can't really teach these kids anymore, right? They're quitting. All the teachers are quitting because the kids, like, as a whole, are all like in rebellion. Like, they used to be like there was like one or two kids that didn't give a fuck. Now it's the whole class. Just they have no attention span because they're on fucking TikTok for like their whole life, right? So these kids go to school and the teachers have to like dance and act like fucking Blue's Clues to keep their attention, or they just like, and this is high school, like they'll just tune out, and like all these kids are retarded. They're so retarded, like the tests had to not make them read books anymore. Like, kids don't even have to read books in school. The teachers have been instructed to teach only excerpts. And like, kids don't like do reports or write essays or read anything. They just use ChatGPT for everything. So it's like they're completely fucked.
Well, I'm 61 years old, and when I grew up, I was born in 1964, right? So I was a little kid, 10 years old, 1974, and the world was like 1,000,000% a different place. It was a whole different place. Like, we were actually learning things. We were fucking accomplishing things. Things were happening. And then by the time from 10 to 20, from 1974, 1984, oh my God, this was like the greatest country in the world.
They
Everything
flipped it
was
on
great.
its head. They flipped it upside down.
Did a total 360. Once 9/11 hit, that was the beginning of the end.
It's upside down.
That was the start. That was the symbolic start of the New World Order, right there.
They were tearing down the pillars. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And at the end of the day, it started a lot earlier, but that's when they were just gonna fucking roll it all out.
It was just such a great place to be. I mean, not great compared to now. Shit, when I went to school, it was normal compared to now. They didn't teach us any of this.
There ain't been peace in this fucking country since like 9/11. It's just been chaos. Like, they just made sure to make it chaos. You know, fucking protests and school shootings and just all kinds of fucking staged nonsense and just fucking madness. You know what I mean? Hell on earth. Fucking protests and agendas and this wing and that wing and fucking this one against that
one. They want you in fear of everything. Like,
it's just
now gets blown out of proportion.
You notice how?
Oh my God, we're getting a snowstorm. It's the end of the world. You're going to get 6 to 12 inches.
You notice how for the last like fucking 10 years, right? Like, every year there's some new kind of movement. Like, it's Antifa. Oh, it's BLM. Oh, now it's fucking ICE versus the fucking illegals. Like, it's always some kind of civil fucking conflict that they're just manufacturing. Like, oh, the people are mad at the cops this year. We're going to burn down Ferguson. Like, every fucking year, it's like they pick something and they're like, this is what we're going to use as outrage this year. Okay. And they just like do it. Right. It's like they're playing fucking civil gladiator. Right. They're like, all right, this year, 2027, what are we doing? All right. We're pitting firefighters against veterinarians. All right. We're going to have a big riot. They're going to go on TikTok. They're going to dance. Someone's going to die. They're going to ram a car through a crowd. Like, bro, this shit is just madness, right? And it's been going on, and they're definitely creating this shit. And we starting to see all kinds of evidence of this manufactured fucking chaos. Like, I don't know if people forgot. Like, they were taking down bridges with ships. They were blowing up chemical fucking trains. Did y'all forget about all that shit? Like, that shit did happen. And they were just doing random shit, like shooting up fucking country music festivals with, like, CIA Black Hawk helicopters. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, in reality, like, what the fuck is going on in this country? Right? It's like, people just, they hit you with so much chaos, you literally forget. Right? You literally forget what the fuck is even going on.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? Oh, God. Then they put up, like, people, and they're, like, fucking prop them up just to, like, shoot them down, like, and they do this, like, they do public humiliation rituals, they do staged murders, they do
Like
fucking
Las Vegas with the shooting.
they're like, oh look, we did a SEAL Team 6, but we took out Osama bin Laden. It's like, you made Osama bin Laden. What do you mean you took him out? Like, this is fucking ridiculous, bro. They're like, we're gonna invade Iraq because they got weapons of mass destruction. It's like, how do you know that? It's because we bought them. it's like we gave it to them. Yeah, it's like, bro. It's all fucking, it's all madness. It's all scripted fucking madness. And I'm going to tell you this. It's like all the way to the top. Like, people think that countries are separate. That's not even true. All right? Satan in Antarctica is running all of it. He has all the kingdoms. This is what he told Jesus Christ. He wasn't lying. He said, if you bow down to me, I'll give you all the kingdoms. He has them. Okay? So the devil has all these fucking kingdoms, including Russia and China. So there is never going to be no fucking war unless the devil wants them to have war. Okay? This is all bullshit. All these world leaders, they go and they have tea together with Satan. All right? Like, this is what it is, you know, fucking Xi Jinping, Putin, Trump, and fucking Kim Jong-un, they all go and fucking stick thumbs up each other's butthole in fucking Satan's castle in Antarctica every fucking Christmas. Alright, that's what's really going down on this planet. Alright, Bill Gates is there, bro. Elon Musk gets his fucking toes licked, bro. I mean, I don't know what goes on. But, like, that's literally what's going on. And all these people running it by Satan, you see? So it's like all these different countries. This is not real. This is all stage. This is all a movie. There is no fucking countries. There is no capturing the fucking leader of Venezuela. This is all bullshit. We're watching a movie. Yep.
Even the capture of the guy in Venezuela. You could see it was all bullshit.
This is a live action role play, okay?
Look at the movie, the way they showed him in the freaking plane like this, and what the fuck?
This is a live action role play, all right? It's being watched by fucking space Jews, which is, their leader is Satan. I mean, that's what it is.
It is really out of fucking control. Out of control.
Did everybody forget that they shot Maui with a fucking laser from space? Did we forget about that?
Who? Oh, Maui, yeah.
Oh, what?
What happened to Hawaii? That thing just went away.
Yeah, what happened to when they shot fucking Maui with a laser beam? Did anyone forget about that?
Yeah, they want everybody to forget.
It's like, yo, they could literally get away with anything.
They're getting away with everything.
Anything.
Murder,
yo, how about this one? This is the best one. This is the best one. All the fucking elites, right, just so happen to have fucking property in the place where they lasered Hawaii. And they just so happen to all have the same colored blue fucking roof, right? Which just so happens to be 6.66 gigahertz if on the spectrum. And it just so happens that that's the only houses left in the areas that got fucking laser beamed from space. I'm just saying, maybe they're fucking throwing it in your face so deeply that there is a worldwide conspiracy, and that maybe they just want to see how many people can see it. And they're like, what if we just put it right out there in front of them? Like, how many people are awake to this? And it's not many. Even when it's literally like fucking, they might as well print it on a billboard and put it in space for everyone to see. Like, just like, we are fucking with you.
They might as well go on television and say, we work for Satan, you're all fucked, and we're running this shit. And if you don't like
Basically.
it, too bad.
But what's funny is most people won't believe it, even though it's literally right there. It's right there. You know, you got,
It's so in your face, it's ridiculous.
you know,
How much blind can you be? How could you even right now, anybody
fucking-
in the audience sitting here and say that maybe that's a conspiracy theory?
I'm
How
perplexed.
could you even think that? It's
I'm
right
perplexed.
there. They're doing it to you. It's not a coincidence. In Maui, Oprah Winfrey's house had a blue roof. Every blue car, anything with blue did not get hit with the laser. Then they're sending people back into the fire. Then children disappear. What happened to those kids? Where are they? It got forgotten. They know that we are so fucking dumb that all you gotta do is throw another carrot in front of our face and we'll chase that carrot now.
But that's
you know,
us.
People are worried about who's going in the Super Bowl.
But that's us, right? That's us. And you're literally forgetting what I just said, that the nexts in lines are way, way, way dumber.
Right?
So, like, what are they going to be able to do to them? You know, I think that's why they do the shit. It's that they want to see what they, like, it's like they're measuring. Like, okay, we did this to this generation. Let's see what they'll allow us to do now that we know we did this to them, right? So it's like, okay, that works. So now let's do that to every generation after because it makes them submissive, corporate, fucking useless. You know what I mean? Like, let's do this to them because it reduces their testosterone. It makes them weak and fucking tired. Like, so it's like they did this process. Notice how Americans are the most unhealthy, right? Why? They had the most access to experiment on them and make them unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, it's hard to fucking make someone unhealthy when they live in a fucking jungle by themselves. But now when
when
they got,
like a mango every day, that's it.
When they got fucking commercial, uniform, generic fucking food that they could easily just slip in whatever the fuck they want into your food and shit, and you'll just eat it and you'll have no idea. You know what I mean? Why do you think they have batch numbers and fucking serial numbers? You think they care if you die? No. They don't give a fuck if you die. They want to know what they gave you so they can track it and collect the data. They don't give a fuck about the serial number to track if you die on accident. They killed you if you die on accident. How about that?
If you think about it, these poorer countries that are eating maybe one meal a day and they don't eat a lot because they don't have a lot of food, all the men are walking around with six-packs. The girls all are in perfect fitness. And here we are in America. We got all the food we want. And most of us are walking around with guts, and big girls got big fat asses now that are the size of a bus. I'm not talking about like a J-Lo butt. I'm talking about extreme.
Yeah, you got Chinese girls with black booties because they're eating Tyson's chicken with fucking steroids in it that makes them grow chicken nuggets. Okay?
Right.
They're not growing human body parts anymore. They're growing fucking chicken legs. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
You didn't have women with fat asses back in the day. That just wasn't the way it was, unless they were fat.
I love how they made it in style now.
It's all the Tyson's chicken steroids, bro. That's giving them Chinese girls black booties.
But some of these girls' asses are so big it's retarded.
Well, they eat too much chicken.
No, how about the ones that just go get ass implants, like Nicki Minaj there, whatever?
Well, they didn't eat enough chicken. I don't know.
Wasn't her ass leaking the other day on TV or something?
No, that was a long time ago, bro. Nicki Minaj's ass leaking or something, bro.
Yeah, her ass was leaking because the silicone in her ass was blown up.
I don't know if it was from silicone, but anyway. Back to the Nazis and the pyramids in Antarctica. How about that? Did you know there's pyramids and they found palm trees under the ice in Antarctica? So
yeah, there's probably a warm Gulf Stream under that ice.
I got theories, all right? I got some theories that at some point, right, human civilization was much more advanced and I believe that there was some kind of cataclysm caused by this advanced civilization that stemmed from their central hub, which was like Atlantis, right? Could have been in Antarctica. And the thing is that whatever kind of cataclysm they caused a flash freezing globally. And you find evidence of that in like frozen mammoths and shit that are frozen with food still in their mouth and shit. And if they were to freeze their city and it was in Atlantis, it would explain for the ridiculous amount of ice for no reason. And why, everything kind of got wiped out at that point in time. It's a theory. It is a theory. Let's see what else we got here. So that's why the flying saucer is important. It's because you can't get to the outer parts of the Earth with conventional, gas-powered aircrafts. They run out of fuel and there's nowhere to refuel. You have to keep building refueling stations. So they wanted to create something that didn't need fuel. But I don't think they achieved that because we still got Elon Musk over here trying to create reusable rockets. And I believe they need the reusable rockets so that they can send the rockets on a trajectory and then land them, right, somewhere else, far away on the Earth, and then send them back on a trajectory and then land them and refuel them. I think that's kind of the theory. I think that's why when we shoot rockets, they're going like away somewhere. They're not going up. They're going out, like across the horizon. You're muted. You're muted.
Tell everybody about what you were telling me today about people with generators running them off water.
Yo, they got fucking people running generators off hydrogen and shit. I mean, there's all kinds of like the people in power are gonna have to pull some shit off because at the end of the day, all the old technology that was suppressed is starting to come out. You got all kinds of shit being discovered, and with the invention of AI, it's gonna eventually break out all the shit they've been suppressing, and so they're gonna have to pull some kind of thing to control the whole planet because they can't allow everyone to start having free energy and shit like that. And they're probably going to say the aliens brought all this technology that they've been suppressing, that we've always had, the fake aliens. That's the only way they're going to be able to control the spread of it because it's going to happen. And so that's kind of why they have to, like, it's not like if they're going to do it, they have to. There's no other way for them to stop the spread of this knowledge. They can't say, oh, we've been hiding it the whole time. They can't say they've had it the whole time. They got to say it came from some advanced fucking species, and they're going to have to fight the advanced species. Something's going to, I don't know. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out, but they have to do some shit with aliens soon. They have to. There's no, like, they're at a point in the lie where they got to double down now or come clean. They come clean, but they're not gonna. They're not gonna.
Even if they told us, people wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
People just don't. People do not want to believe that there's so much ugly out there. They just think everything is okay. The government protects us and all this bullshit.
They've been preparing to do the alien shit anyway. They've been showing you aliens since the 90s. Right, they've been pumping it into
alien
like
invasions, all kinds
alien
of
cartoons, alien games, alien toys. When I was a kid growing up, everything was alien, alien, alien. The little green men, right? They were constantly just fucking pumping this shit into society. It became the trends and the fads. That was what they wanted to program you with. So, if they're programming my generation with aliens, it's probably because when I'm an adult, they're gonna need me to be accepting towards aliens. Okay,
right.
So they need the people of my generation and down to accept aliens. Why would that be?
Right.
If they don't have that in the plan, like that's how you can know their plan by looking at what they're programming the kids right now for. So, like, if you look at what they're programming the generations right now for, you can see what they're going to do in like 20, 30 years. You could already know that. Because they're setting it up. You can see where they're going with it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what it is. If you look at the kids that are really dumb, they're getting them ready to accept something that we would never accept. Okay? That's what it is.
But anyway, this is our first show back, and I had no material prepared, so we just wung this tonight. The next show, we'll get some material together, but, anybody got any questions? Because we're going to kind of end it now. We kind of, just came back on just to let you know I'm alive. And next show, we'll have we'll have something interesting to talk about. But what I would like to leave off is, hey, don't buy into the bullshit. And I'm going to tell you this, and I said it once, I'll say it again. I hope I'm wrong, but I believe Trump's in on it too. I just think he's a different direction of in on it. I think they got the white and the black hats, and maybe Trump wants to go a different direction, but he's still a part of their club because, like I said, and I'll say this one last time before the show's over, and I want you to pay attention to this. Nobody is going to jail. That's how you know that we're being fucking played. Nobody's going to jail. If somebody can show me who's going to jail, that's important. Show me, because I got a list of 50 people that should be in jail. God knows how much the government and CIA and all of them know what these other evil people are doing that we don't even know exist. Okay? Nobody is going to jail. And I want to just tell everyone thanks for tuning in. And God bless you and your family. And Pop's out.
That's free. He said that's tax. Paper on paper, stamping the facts. They hit the dots, he hits the math. Border to border, he's drawing the graphs. They want a shortcut, skip the price. He's at the podium rolling the dice. You hear him laughing, pointing and saying, this is the deal to pack up and pray. Man, they don't want to pay the tariff. They say they can't pay the tariff. No, Donald stepping it up like Oprah in the aisle, pointing at the crowd with that big TV smile. You get a tariff, you get a tariff. Everybody gets a tariff to carry tariff. You get a tariff. Sign up, numbers getting scary. Oh, that filming. He loved the stage, names on a card. He turns the page, thought it was cheap. Read the fine print, every last box, coming in and eat. He says, deal or leave it. GG's and wins, and can't shut your pockets. Had as a day, they wanted a bargain and got a bill instead. Yeah, they chased a discount, he's 2 steps ahead. They don't want to pay the tariff. They say they can't pay the tariff.